Yeah, didn't mean to do that. Let's move that over there. Why is anything on the 9 anyways? And what is going on with this bar? Oh, what were you doing? Um... Um... What? Am I going crazy? Okay. What are you doing with this bar? What are you doing with this bar? Um... Artisanal audio. Okay, well, let's... What is this? Hello. Please... Please don't start. Please don't start doing that again. I just got this working. Like a couple days ago. Do not start. Let's see. Deep Space Nine. Okay. Stabilize the mouse and go. I can only do it so fast. Okay. Okay. So, April Fools. Okay. That's getting real irritating. Okay, I'm starting to rubber band, and I do not like that. I just got this working. Please don't start. Don't start doing that shit. So I have been informed there is something going on. Okay. Do I have any contraband? No. There is something in front of Quarks that I want to see before this insanity passes. I come back to PC and this is what I get. I get Curlin dabbing on the promenade. Hi everyone, this is Alchemisted. Yeah, let's get away from the insanity, shall we? This is right in front of First Contact Day. April 5th, I believe. Let's see. Where is First Contact Day? That's kind of a big deal. I have played a fairly long game on PC to afford this. Most of this came from Dilithium. I think I dropped like $5 on it. But yeah, I spent most of my time, when I could log into PC, well, I could log into PC, but I spent most of my time in Admiralty, just sort of slowly accruing the necessary dilithium to get the Galaxy Bridge on PC. Because my focus was on the console version, and I'm going to have a breakdown on the console version versus the PC version, because there's some really interesting things that the console does that are honestly better than what we have in the PC version. And there's some things the PC and with the PC version, it's more that the PC has the Foundry, the PC has a lot of little quality of life things that the console doesn't have. The PC users have access to items console users can't get, like deuterium surplus and what have you. PC looks better, hands down. PC, you can dial the settings higher. Console graphics are around medium to high. Like they're in that sort of like zone between medium and high. But I've noticed that the console graphics actually sort of adaptively downgrade. This is really noticeable if you're wearing the Odyssey uniform. It'll look really crisp and nice one moment, but then the colors on the texture will sort of, it's almost like the diffuse the diffuse map kind of de-reses a bit, and like the colors start bleeding together more when lots of stuff starts happening on screen. It's easy to miss, but I started seeing it, like catching it constantly. It was like, what's going on with the textures? Like they're all right one minute, and then they're kind of like bleeding together the next. So the console graphics aren't. It still looks good, but the console graphics definitely aren't as high quality as the PCs. But yeah, that's a long breakdown of the stuff that both versions do well and the things that both versions do quite poorly. So, yeah, console does quite a bit. But so far, PC is functional right now. So, I have traded up. That looks kind of weird. I have traded up for a better adapter. It started crapping out on me a while back, and I had to hunt down some drivers for it, and now that I have it properly fixed, and I'm able to configure it, it's actually holding up so far. So no guarantees here, but I have played a little bit of the game on it. I didn't get to the Voth event, unfortunately. I only managed to get in there once. Yeah, I only managed to get into there once. But, Yeah, so far it's holding up. There is the occasional rubber band, but it's nowhere near as savage as it was. The rubber banding, to put in perspective how bad it was, I would rubber band every like 6 to 12 seconds. Like that was sort of like the threshold. It was like anywhere in that period of time, every 6 to 12 seconds, like clockwork, I would start rubber banding. And it would happen twice, and then it would happen twice again after another 6 to 12 seconds. And the severity of this varied from just sort of like jerking back a little bit to running. Like let's say I started running from here, and I ran to my ready room. That distance, the rubber banding was so bad that sometimes, like, right as I reached the door here, I would rubber band all the way back to where I was standing in the observation lounge. That's how bad it was. It was unplayable. Space combat was unplayable. Ground combat, forget it. So, for the longest time, the game has just not been... Like, I can't. Like, you just can't. So, yeah, I just sort of, like, switched to the console to get my STO fix, and I, bided my time. I did work with the Admiralty, as I said, to earn the dilithium for this map, which is Elite Force in all the right ways. It makes me, really wish that, they use the, have some jitter there. Please don't break. I just got you working. It's Elite Force in all the right ways. Makes me wish they used the Galaxy interior more so that they could actually give me a few more options with it, like they have for the Intrepid bridge, which they only use... Well, they used it a few times in Delta Rising, but that's about it. Like, I would be perfectly comfortable with them using the Galaxy interior. TNG fan here. I would love for them to be using the Type 5 windows that have the cannon escape pods, and if there is ever a 2410 variant, I hope that it would have the Galaxy refit nacelles, because those are great. I've said it before, they give the warp nacelles something to do visually without looking busy, and because they do. Although these nacelles do lack some of the finer details, like the warp nacelles of the Galaxy look very plain, but they do. There is some like surface detail that these are missing that make them stand out a bit more if you had a closer look at them. I just like the design language of the Galaxy. I like the design language of TNG. I like of early next generation. Late generation, next generation era is like that design language is cool too, because that's where you get the more meaner looking ships, like the Akira and the like the Steamrunner, like the more like butch, like hardcore heavy like starships. The rest of this is just gonna be me wandering around.